We'll get the chanting going and the more speakers shortly. The last poll of Labour members showed that 3/4 of us are happy with Corbyn's leadership, and the latest poll of voters shows that Labour is actually ahead. In 24 hours, we've had 500 new members to the Labour Party. Thousands of people said they wanted to be here today, and over 200,000 people signed a vote of confidence in Jeremy Corbyn as leader. But that alone is not enough. If you're not a member of the Labour Party, join. If you know others who are sympathetic, tell them to join. Get involved in Momentum, get involved in your trade union. Join.labour.org.uk. Now I'm going to hand over to our first speaker. It's Paul Mason, Guardian columnist and filmmaker. Paul.
Well, good evening. This crowd looks like Britain. What a pity the Parliamentary Labour Party does not. Because this country has its back up against the wall. We are facing the financial markets circling us like sharks. There is a run on the pound, and we have no government to take decisions. But we've been here before. In Suez in 1956, in May 1940, when the Labour Party had to rescue the British government, when the Conservatives wanted to appease the Nazis. In times of crisis, parliamentarians have to stand up for Britain, not for themselves, not for their own career, not even for the electoral prospects of their party. In times of crisis, there is one set of people who are the backbone of this country, and that is the working people of Britain. Because when people went to work today and on Friday, they found people in tears, they found migrant colleagues in tears, they found many people despondent. What did you do? You put your arm around your colleague and said, it'll be all right because we will stick together. In May 1940, when Labour had to save Britain at its moment of peril, a Labour deputy leader, Arthur Greenwood, stood up and the Tories shouted to him, Arthur, speak for England. And today, Jeremy Corbyn spoke for England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland. And what did some members of the Parliamentary Labour Party do? They sniggered. They remained silent. I won't name them, but my goodness, to some members of the PLP, speak for England. You could not speak for a traffic roundabout on the East Lancs Road. And you do not speak for me, and you do not speak for the Labour movement. So I want to finish with three things. We've got to do stuff. It's no point, it's no point just making speeches. We have to do stuff. Number one, we need 100 potential new MPs from all these young people, all these women, all these members of ethnic minority groups, disabled people, gay people. Get some people in there who suffer the hardships of working class life, not the hardship of having your career blighted by not being able to do your job properly. Second, we need members. We need the trade union members. Don't bother with your £3 membership. Join the full party, because the future of Britain is now going to be decided by the future of the leadership of the Labour Party. We know what we're up against. We're up against the money of the investment banks, the money of supermarket owners who rip off their own workers. They'll be pouring money into the real candidate, who we have not yet seen in this contest. So we need you to join. And the third thing, quite practically, the Labour Party has to be the opposition. Jeremy, Tom Watson, the rest of the front bench are trying to be the opposition, but they've been sabotaged right now by these idiots in the PLP. So we, in the Labour movement, must form at local level and at national level, I think, committees, ad hoc committees, to bring the voice of the people to this debate. Because look around you, I can see This is a massive crowd for the scratch period in which it's been brought on. This is big. We have already brought the dynamic of the people into a debate which was like a mausoleum 3 hours ago in there. And let us promise this, let us keep the people on the streets until the British government decides what it's going to do, until it starts defending this country in the peril that it's actually in, and until we, Labour, can force an election and take power with Jeremy Corbyn as our Prime Minister. Thank you.